Just find the right place in the program, make the appropriate change, and we'll run the whole thing again.
Speech is still very complicated. Music is simpler.
Is that a question?
Yes.
The question is futile.
My interpretation of the data leaves little room for error. The art of leadership is delegation.
That information is not available. This constitutes all available data.
You know what they say, no good deed goes unpunished.
Hello, welcome. How you doing? You alright? Let's see if we got any audio. Let's have a look. Hello. We got audio, okay. Right, I don't have much rest today. So anyway, I haven't even had a chance to have my sandwich yet. Never mind. So I got in after going shopping, and I must have spent, I don't know, three and a half hours trying to get a Morse code. Just to initially it was just to see if it could be achieved, and after about 3 hours I've come up with something. Me, ChatGPT and Gemini have come up with something that seems to work. So what we're going to do, we're going to try it in a minute on a live stream. I've boilerplated it into the UI. It just starts straight away. I mean, I got the serial running as well, but we wouldn't normally do both at the same time, or maybe we would. Anyway, so let's just have a look at it and see what we got. Just got to turn the fan off. Turn the fan off. Alright, I need a drink. Anyway, I'll get that in a minute. So here's the latest UI snapshot. So that's the latest thing. And obviously some CW stuff here. CW speed and pitch. That's probably for sending, or maybe you could do it for receiving. I don't know. Anyway, let's just get on with it, shall we? So what have we got to look at? Well, we'll run the code. Now what I've got is I've got some YouTube videos, not by me, by others, of people sending Morse code at various speeds. Because I've been scanning the bands, I can't find any. I found one earlier, then it disappeared. So I can't find any real Morse code, just a recording. So because it works through the mic, it doesn't really matter. You can just play it through the microphone. So anyway, let's crack on with it. Here we go, and nothing like a live demo to prove that it doesn't work or problem. So it boots straight up into this. It's got something called power, and it's constantly doing it. It's trying to decode. It's picking me up at the minute. So what I'll do is I'll keep quiet and I'll play back some Morse. Now in order to do this, right, I think I'll bring this over into the background, maybe. Hang on. Right, I'm going to bring this over into the background. Reason being, because some of it's got the writing on it. So I'll come up like that. And I'm just going to press play. So don't forget I'm streaming and I'm sending serial data. So what we'll do is we'll stop that one. We'll go over to a faster one. Now some of these have put the word later on. So it's interesting, isn't it? I've got field, and called. It got called, look. It's slightly adaptive, this one is. Oh, I'm talking. Right, bad idea to be talking. Right, I'll stay shut up, because if I'm talking, I'm interfering with the sound. It's actually worse. It's worse now than when I was not live streaming. Hang on, I'll tell you what. I'll start it again. Was that one? I'll start it again because I'll try and keep my mouth shut. Right. Okay, here we go. Well, I'll switch over to a faster one. Hang on. Faster. Let's go back down again. Go to another one. Right, I'll run it without the program this time, so it's running as an executable. And we'll just go from slow. So it's gone from taking loads to taking nothing. I did say if you close the program and you run it before Windows has shut down the microphone all the way, and you launch it before Windows has disposed of the microphone properly, hang on, it could do something to it. So I'll run it again as an executable. Right, so I'll stop it there, I'll rewind it a bit, I'll close it, I'll run it straight away, and we'll start it again. It's not taking it now, so we'll close it. We'll wait a little bit for Windows to garbage collect the, if it will, which might do, seeing as there's a lot going on with streaming, doing all sorts together. Right, so I'll run it again now. And restart the video. So it's a bit random, isn't it? Yeah, so it's random. There is a function to synchronize the start again. Yeah, so that's not sort of working. So there is a. I think they put me a thing where you start it. Clears the buffer or something. We need to force the new microphone. Right, okay. Let me talk over it. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Can you do it without me talking? No, you can't do it with me talking. Definitely can't do it. Just trying. So what it needs to do is filter out me and keep the beeps, but the beeps vary. Anyway, that seems to function somewhat. Not bad for 3 hours. Not bad for 3 hours, but it's not reliable, I don't think. Let's try the fast one again. Pause it there, I'll rewind it, stop it, close it, give it a second, now just run it again, why not? Run it again, and let's start it off. upset it. Upset it to get it to sync again. So I'll close it, I'll wait for a few seconds, Windows to garbage collect. Yeah, was working great on all 4 of these videos, and when I started streaming, it's doing not so good. But my poor computers, I'm trying to do a test on, I'm doing a live stream, it's also doing serial packets back and forth, and Morse decoding, probably. Anyway, let's run it back up now. All I've done is shut it and give it a few seconds. See, it's working. Yeah, it's more on the radio screen. Yeah, I've just put that in quickly. I need to make it bigger, you're right. But if I talk, it wipes it. It doesn't decode it. Seems to upset it. Something happens if I talk. So if I go back to something I've already taken. Yeah, it's upset it. Let's try a different one. A fast one. Right, let's wind it back to there. Wind it back to there, close it, wait for 5 seconds or so. Load it up. It's ChatGPT and that, they said it's something to do with the microphone. It was in use, so when I stop it and start it again, it uses a different layer over the microphone, because it hasn't disposed of the original microphone, because it can do more than one thing. I don't know, it's technical. But what I need to do is make sure we somehow dispose of the microphone before we finish and start again. Let me... Right, this is a new one. I'm not going to talk. Well, I'm talking already. Seems to sync, so I'll try a different one. Strange. So I need to flush the microphone, I think. Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? Need a way of shrink. It's when I start speaking. So run it off the program. Tell you what, let's make the screen bigger and we can see it as well. Right, let's make the font bigger. Just on this bit. Font size 20. Yeah. Font weight bold 30. Yeah, so the trouble is it is going to fill up quickly. It's going to fill up a bit quickly, but anyway. So I need to do some work with the clean up of the microphone when we close it. Yeah, it's gone stupid again, isn't it? Let's try a fast one. Oh, it's run out of space. Right, Right, so let's make it a little bit less. That's it. Tell you what, we'll get rid of that one. Okay, and we'll do a start it from there. Yeah, so I'm surprised we got it decoding at all, really. I'll try to put extra stuff into it to vary stuff. because it starts to scan between. It has to snap onto something, and it starts to scan between, and then it carries on. That's weird. I'll see if we can put a synchronize thing. I thought it said it did it, but I've pasted over it that many times with. So you've got your dictionary. Uses something called Gertzel detector. They're always German, aren't they? All these terminologies. Oh, it might be German. I don't know. Symbol clear, that's right. Tones times clear. So it does that. It does a stop before, and then it does the clear. So if we start it, maybe we can issue the start off a button. Alright, let's do that. Let's do a start off the button. Alright, so it does a stop. It's like sort of like a synchronization. Right, so we can find a spare button. What button aren't we using? We're not using a clarifier at the minute. So let's do off the clarifier. Yeah, we can put it in there. So we want the start function on this. No, must need the actual name. Hang on. Right, decoder. There it is. Decoder start. So yeah, once it starts, when you boot up, it might be starting up on some noise. So what I need to do is just do decoder start again, which does a stop and flushes its buffers and things. So all I've got to do is put this in with this start decoding button. Right, okay. Let's see if it makes any difference. So I'll just take some code to decode, take some but. Right, so we've got a thing there that starts it off. So if I do, it doesn't actually clear the text, does it? Tell you what I'll do, let me clear the text as well. Right, let's make sure we clear the text. If I can find it. It's right at the bottom. I need to collapse this into so I don't have to keep searching for it. Right, so this text block, if I clear it at the same time, string empty. There we go. So that'll clear it every time I press the button. So it goes straight into decoding, so really I should start it and do nothing till I'm ready. So if I click that, yeah, that's it. Right, let's take some video. Right, so I'll clear it, I'll shut up. Oh, what I should do is carry that on and just press the reset. Let's go down to the slow one. Slower. Well, I think that's the fastest one we got, this one. Struggling with that. Right, anyway, yeah, so it's okay for a start, but yeah, I don't know what they're like. Commercial ones, are they the same? Are they perfect, or do they make mistakes? I have no clue. I've never used one. Last time I messed around with this was back in Morse code, back in 1992 or 3, when I made a 386 SX16. I made a program that you type it in and it just sends out Morse, and you listen to it basically to try and take it. Anyway, so I thought I'd show you that one. I wonder if it can take human voice. Da-di-da-di, da-da-di-da. No. Diddy-da-di. I'm actually going crazy. Right, I'll leave that now. Okay, so yeah, various success and failure. So that didn't seem to make. It did do something. Just wonder if there's anything else in here you can do. Right, I'm going to paste this into, I'm going to copy all this. I'm going to paste it into ChatGPT. Oh no, yeah, let's get it over here. There's one called Claude, isn't there? Let's try Gemini. I'll explain what's happening. This C# Morse code decoder is intermittent. Can't spell. If I run the start function when it is not decoding, sometimes it starts decoding and keeps decoding. Right, what's happened? It's not letting me paste. Select all, copy. System decode and keeps decoding. Right, use all your AI power when they deal with streaming audio. The core issue isn't your Morse code logic, it's where you are calculating your elapsed time. Specifically, you are... Hang on, let's just go on to that one a minute. You are grouping audio into buffers, checking the average power of that entire buffer, and updating sample counter all at once, rather than looking at individual samples. Here are two critical race conditions, causing your engine to stall or randomly snap out of it. The block-sized blind spot, the main intermittency culprit. On audio, you process a whole chunk of audio, 10 milliseconds worth of data. You calculate one average power for the whole block. If power is greater than threshold is true, you flip your state. However, your time calculation relies on sample counter. Because sample counter jumps by huge chunks all at once. If a tone starts or ends in the middle of a buffer, your calculations get thrown out of alignment. Even worse, if power hovers right on the edge of the threshold, your code can miss a transition entirely, leaving tone straight frozen in the wrong position until a massive audio spike or drop forces a state change. Thread collision on the UI event. Your flush timer fires every 20 milliseconds on a background thread, pool thread. When it invokes decoded invoke, it's firing that event on the background thread. If your WPF UI is subscribing to this event and updating the text block or text box directly without calling dispatch invoke, WPF will intermittently freeze, drop updates and throw silent thread violations, making it look like the decoder has stopped working. It's actually just the UI locked up. No, the UI hasn't locked up. The fix. To fix this reliably, we need to pass individual samples or down sample blocks through the Gorzel filter sequentially. or use a streaming, rolling, Gortzel method. I think I tried that earlier on today. However, since N-Audio feeds you arrays, the cleanest fix that preserves your architecture is to track your timeline using actual time elapsed via a precision stopwatch, or same accuracy, and decoupling the background thread timer properly. Here is the robust, thread-safe version of your engine. Thank you. I'll give it a try. Crucial, since you are in a WPF, look closer at where you handle the text decoded event in your main window. Right, let's paste that over first. Right, so copy that over there. Paste it in here. So we've overwritten it, and we're going to see if we can build it without any error. Yeah. It says do something else now. So, since you are look closely at where you handle the text decoded event in your main window, because N-Audio and your timer run on background threads, your handler must marshal back to the UI thread using the dispatcher. So, right, okay, so we could wrap that in it. Let's do that. So that's done over here. No, it's not. Where is it? That's right at the top. Somewhere up here. Omar, Amar, how you doing? Are you okay? I see you on Facebook earlier, yeah. Friend request, yeah, no problem. You okay? How are you doing? It's hot in the UK today. So I've gone ahead and jumped the gun a bit here. So somebody asked me about a Morse code decode because I mentioned it in a live stream, and I've gone ahead and had a go at it. So yeah. So yeah, I've probably jumped the gun a bit, but I thought, well, I'll have a dabble. See, I only had a look to see if it was feasible and easy enough, and it turned out it started to work quite quickly. After about 3 hours, I got it working. Sort of, but there's a bit of a problem with something or other, and it's rainy in Izmir today. Oh, rainy. I love the rain, I do. The rain's great, it washes all the dust away. Right, so this is the bit. Oh, that's the power, and there's your text block. So let me just put this bit in here. Oh, what is that? That's no good. That's actually turned out a bit weird. So, oh, I see. Copy. Right, I'll just put I'll put the whole thing up there. On text decoded, yeah, it's not that, is it? So, right, so we want that over there, and that in here, and get rid of that. Right, so we're going to do that. Well, we haven't got any plus equals Z. Right, hang on. text. Why is it saying plus equals E? Right, okay, so that's that. Now we're also doing this one here. So I'll wrap this other one in it as well. So I'll get rid of that one. Okay, we're not doing this one, we're only doing them two. Power A, yeah, that's it. Right, so we've got everything it said do. Well, what else is it going to say? Since you must, yeah, right, okay. Let's give it another go. Yes, it will be perfect. Morse decoder makes FT-891 like icon. Yeah, I don't know. Right, let's get some video. Let's try a different one. Oh, that was the one. Try a faster one then. Oh, that was the same one. Hang on. Okay, started working before I spoke and spoilt it. Yeah, I mean it's random. It worked there. Let's try some slower one. Yeah, so it's sort of weird. Right, so let's go fast again. So I've got my condenser microphone, I've got my computer here spinning up every time. So I'm streaming, running a program, I'm doing serial, and there's noise coming from the GPU fans when they spin up and down. So I bet if you was to bring that into one of the inputs instead, but the whole idea is to do it off a microphone, and you'll be able to use this as a Morse code tutor really. I mean you could sit here with a Morse key and an oscillator and just send code to it and see if it understands me. Don't know. Right, where's the slow one? There's a slow one. Yeah, so I've got no frame of reference because I've not tried a program. I've not really tried a Morse code decoder. Not for since '93 or 2. And they've all got different pitches. They've all got different pitches, and see, if it was on a frequency, I could tune it slightly. So 20 words a minute. So it's coming up with gibberish. It's corrected itself. If I stop talking. Oh. Anyway, let's turn that off. Let's do me head in. Null exception. So there's a problem. You wrap it in one of these, it comes up with that. I don't think that did any difference anyway. So yeah, we'll sort that out another day. Right, it's red hot in here, so I'm going to turn the fan on. I'm roasting. Yeah, so basically, I got no frame of reference to what other programs are like at decoding. There's no knobs on it, there's no adjustment other than start over. I've just got a start over thing, just start the program, start the function again, and it clears some buffers and that's it. Anyway, so what do we do with this in the meantime? We need to stow it away and carry on with what we were doing, or be able to start it off a button, basically. Yeah, that's what we need to do. That's come unstuck, get back in the dock there. Right, so what I need to do is keep these parts, and somehow, right, so we've got added that there to that, and we're starting it off down here, decoder. So as long as we don't issue the start command, nothing much should happen. Let's just get rid of that bit, that's off a previous model. So this was developed over 3 hours today with me, ChatGPT and Gemini, this bit. You know, I can't, no chance of me being able to get it to work. There's all sorts of stuff going on in here. This is what it came up with. So it set up a dictionary with the values in. It seemed to work. It's using the wave in. It's using actual sample sound from the microphone. It's recording it, and it's set up various times and stuff. Try wave in, stop recording, catch, ignore flight, stop errors. Right. State clock stop. On audio, so when it gets audio, it tries to process it. Does some process tone and gaps. So you've got, it's a complete variable thing, Morse code, isn't it? People can send it slow, they can send it fast, they can put breaks in it. So you're trying to quantize it into segments. It's not an easy task. So that's why I let it do it. I just told it what it wanted. Other than keep pasting it in and trying to improve it. It's probably about 10 lots of pasting over after it said it fixed it. Then it's still the same. So, but it does do it, but not every time. So yeah, it's a work in progress, isn't it? Well, I've got a lot of noise in here, so yeah, we're doing it from the microphone. If I speak at the time the tones come in, you don't get the character. Right, so what we're going to do now then is squirrel it away, so we have to start it on a button. So we're not going to start it there. So let's just see if we get full functionality without starting it. So we're declaring the variable, we're setting up some events from it, and the screen is there. So obviously there's your cat control, and there's the radio and all. So I need to go back to the other menu, which is there. So you hover over this knob and you can do that, or you can just click. So we've got some CW speed and that there. I don't know what we can do with that, but anyway, we'll find out what that is. That's probably for sending, I would have thought, on the FT-710. So power level, we were doing power level this morning. So we managed to be able to set a variable by scroll wheel. There it is. And if you click on that, that doesn't do anything, neither does that. So anyway, so what I'll do is I'll get the power levels working. Right, just got to see what something sold for. Did I lose money on it, or did I make some money? Oh, I lost money. Oh well. Never mind then. Some money is better than no money, I suppose. Yeah. Oh well. I hope they enjoy it. Alright. Yeah, Andy, if you're still here, I've just sold another Switch. At a loss. Never mind then. I'll be glad when they're gone. I'll just get rid of them. Anyway, I'll get you to keep two for me. I've got one here. Want one out in the garden still. So, anyway, what have we done? How long have we been going? An hour. That's only an hour. What have I got here? What's this coming up? Oh, it's Windows telling me to change to Windows 11. Not a chance in hell will I go to Windows 11. You can keep your crappy Windows 11. I don't like it. It's just an annoyance. I'll probably force you onto it eventually. Anyway, so we've got. So that's the idea. So mic gain we can set. So wherever you set it, it has to send it to the radio. Now there's no way of knowing what you set your radio power to. I'd have to go into the deep menu and have a look at the power set and see if it's altered it. But I haven't put the command in for that yet, so let's do that now. Let's just do that now. So we're going to hide that for a bit. Okay. Get back onto this bit. Oh, we need to stop that being is selected equals true. We'll go back to the original one. which will be the top one. So the one with just the meter on it. Where is it? No, that's not it. Keep going. Oh, there it is. Display. So that's going to be the. That's the default one, even though it's not calibrated and not working right. Right, that'll do for that. So that takes us back to that. So what we want to do now is just make that what's it button work. So when we go down the bottom here, let me just check the audio, make sure this fan's not blowing the mic. That what's it button work. So when we go down the bottom, yeah, we're okay. Okay, so there's your mouse scroll for your RF power, so it catches it all in one place. So we're scrolling the mouse wheel and we're finding out which device was scrolled over by tagging it, putting a tag on a border, and then we're doing a bit of a thing. If the function menu selected item is not equal to the switch value, return. So if there's a mismatch or something's happened, it just comes out. Otherwise, it carries on, and then it switches. There's a switch statement based on which is the current menu item. So if you're scrolling over an RF, it'll do this bit. So it's just a way of putting all the code into one place, basically. So we're changing the text, so we need a cat command now. So I need to go over to cat commands, wherever that is, cat dictionary, and see if I've got one for sending, changing the RF power. That's the gain. Power, is that the one? PC, RF power output. PC, it says it is. I'll have to check the data sheet. I'm not altogether sure that's the one, but we'll have a look. PC. Let's have a look over here. So it says it's PC. There's power control. Yeah, that's the one, and it's just here. So to set it, you issue the command PC, and then it's 3 bytes, which is 0.5 to 100. So you can't go lower than 0.5. So yeah, that's easy enough, and if you to read it, you're just doing that with no extra zero. So let's have a look what it says about it. PC, so it's just that, and it wants to set so this 6-bit, I don't know if we're using that, power. So what I'll have to do then is go over to the bit that sends out these commands, because we're only going to send this when we need it. We might read the power periodically. Right, so let's have a look. So is this the serial loop? Yeah, main serial loop. So we haven't got anything with PC in it at the minute, so we're sending a cat command. Now we were using the dictionary. No, not on that one. Some of this we're using a dictionary, some of it we're not, we're doing it directly. See that frequency A? If I go onto that, go to the definition, it's doing the cat command from there, it's doing some value checking. I don't think I need to do value checking because I've already checked it with the scroll wheel. It stops when it gets to 100, and it stops when it gets to 5, and it does it in five steps. So I can just issue the cat command really. The reason to put it in a dictionary is just so you got the same thing going on. So yeah, so we're doing try get the value frequency A and out the cat command. It's a lot long-winded really when you can just send cat straight out. So I tell you what, I'll just do that for now. So I've got to change that cat command anyway. The way I'm doing it, I've got to change it. So let's get back down to this function. So once we set the text, now we keep on scrolling. So we could just send it every time we click. But really, we should do it when we finished after a little while. Then send the command. Otherwise, we're going to send every time we go up by 5. We're going to be sending it, but maybe it's okay. So send cat command. The port's still the same. So the command. So let's just compile this up. So we want to send. Right, so it's going to be PC, but we need to convert this to a power rating. So we need to convert the text. Hang on. Oh no, we're already in watts. That's fine. So we can do. Yeah. That's it, we can do that now. So plus current rig state, power in watts, 2 string. The problem is it wants to see all 3 bytes. So if you're on 5, it needs to be a certain amount of digits. So digits 3. Is that even a thing? No. Hang on. So I've got to find an example. Right, that's the request. So it's going to be down where it does handle cat. We'll have that in here. Yeah. So when you're sending a command out, it needs to send. I've got one here somewhere. I know where. Where is it? I need to tell it. I need to tell it it's got to present it as a certain amount of digits. Unless the radio is clever enough to accept. If it sees only two bytes filled, it wants to see 3 though. I can't find it now. It's funny that I can't find it. Yeah, so it want to say 005. I don't know. Substring. I can't remember where it is now. Stuff everywhere. Don't know. And I can't remember how to do it. It's just finding it is the problem. Oh, here you are. Power. No, that's something else. Well, I'm sure I had it here somewhere. Anyway, we'll just right. C#. I want over. Convert a string, no, a byte, an int, 3-digit int to a 3-byte string or character. Does it have a clue what I'm talking about? Alright, yeah, D3, you got to put it in quotes, that was it. So, number 5, 2-string, D3, there we go. Okay. Right, let's do that then. I need to do that down the bottom. Right, down here. So, yeah, we just needed to put it in quotes. Right, okay, so that'll send it, whatever the value is of the watts, to the PC. And because it's got a parameter after it, and if we want to read it back, we're going to have to issue a command. I currently have nowhere for the power, so we need a label for the power, or I can just run it. Let's just run it and see if it alters me power. I'll go into the menu for now, on the deep menu, and see if it's changed the power. So I suppose it'll I've got this thing going on here as well. Started jumping like that recently, I don't know why. Anyway, so go onto menu, RF power, I'll go up. So 30 watts. I'm going to go into the deep menu. Yeah, 30 watts. SSB power's 30 watts. Now, well, let's do it live. So I'm on the deep menu. I'm going to kick it up one. Yeah, 35, 40. Yeah, it works. Yeah, it's working. So we need to. I'll keep it on 5 watts. So that was easy enough, wasn't it? Easy enough. So we want a little something that on the 891 there is no power reading, but I think we need one. So what we got up here? So grid mode label. Let's just have a power one here as well. So power. What was the terminology for PC? Power. Oh God, I forgot what it was now. Power control. Right. Okay. That's what it's called. Power control. Power control grid. So you got your power control label. Okay, and default we're going to have is 5 watts. I need to move it around a bit. I'll just go up, shall I? Go up. Bit more. So there you go, 5 watts. I'll take it over a bit so it lines up better with 100 watts. Oh, it's cut the watts off, so the width is not enough. Right, 100 watts, and we're too far over now, so let's come back to too far over still. Still too far over. That's better, 100 watts. So all we got to do is take that variable and go over to the handle cat routine, wherever it is. Is that it? Yeah, handle cat. So we don't want to read it every time, so we want to increment this every now and again. We want to do it. So we're getting the power. Oh no, we're only read it if it sends it back. Yeah, we send it, it sends one back, so that's fine. So we want to just update it here. So we'll do a so we send it. Actually, yeah. Oh, sorry. Hang on. Yeah. If you send a parameter, does it give you one back? No. Only if you give it back. So first, we're going to have to send it. It's not the handle cat. That's the bit that returns it. It's the string bit that we've got to find. This bit here. Yeah. So we're going at 7. Right, so we're adding a new one to it, so we're going to go 8 now. 6. What are we looking at here? Packet, yeah. So we want to create a case 7. Okay, so let's just paste that in there, power control. So if the TX state is not the radio on, well, that's just for us, we don't have to worry about that. So power control label dot text. Oh, it's not a text. Content equals. Right, so we're, yeah, if we're getting this back, hang on. Right, so it's going to bring that back. Yeah, so we need just to send out a command. So we don't do that there, sorry, that shouldn't be done there. We're going to send out a command every 7th time round the loop, so it's not every time. We're going to send S meter. Oh, it's not S meter, is it? It's send cat. So I can't remember the name of it now. Send cat. That's it. Send cat port, and we want to just do PC and that. Oh no, it automatically adds that to it. Yeah. So what? Oh, we need a delay. Oh, there's your delay. Okay, so that'll pulse it out every 7th time, and then we need to go down to the cat handle cat. So if we see one coming back with PC on it, we need to strip out the. So we're asking for it on one thing, and then it's going to give it back. So we need something that's going to give it back with a meter reading. Probably that one. FA. Update the frequency. So if we copy this, we come down. Doesn't matter where we put it. I'll just put it in here. I'll do an else if, and this is going to be PC. If it starts with a PC, then we've got to go to position 2 and get it out, so the digits, it won't be the frequency anymore, so it's none of this. We're not doing frequency, invalid FA command, right, if something goes wrong. Right, so we want to now get that label. And this is where it's sending back the command. So content equals, and then the right. So you want the frequency is not frequency. It's the power. So get the digits, and that's the power. So we want power. We want to go to string, and it needs to be, yeah, to string plus, and we want the W for watts. Is that it? Is that all we need to do? Possibly. Right, okay, let's give it a go. So it's going to ask for the power every 7th iteration of the serial loop. So it's got 5 watts up there. So it's not executing, is it? Unless I've set it for 5 watts. Maybe it is. So I press this, hover, click on that, and then go up. Oh, there you go. So that's reporting the actual radio's wattage. Yeah, that's it, easy as that. And if I put it to 70, I'll go into the radio, long press, HF SSB power 70. Now what happens if you're in FM? So what I'll do is I'll put the radio in FM a minute. Surely, I'm not sure if it, so I'm in FM now. Right, and I'm going to set the watts. So you can go to 100 watts in FM. Let me have a look, see if it's altered the SSB or long press on here. HF power 100 watts. Let me do it live. So minus it. Yeah, it's coming down. So whatever you're moding in, whatever mode you're in on your radio, FM or SSB, it sends it. So I didn't know you could transmit 100 watts in FM on this radio. AM's limited, but FM 100 watts according to this, and it's not bottoming out, it's there. Now if I was to set AM, I'll do the same thing with AM. I'll just come down a bit like that. Right, and it's brought it down, and I'm going to go into select AM on the radio. So we're in AM. I'm going to do a long press, and I'm hovering over there. So if I go up, oh yeah, it's only doing the CW. It goes to 40 maximum. Ah, there's a problem, look at that. I've gone to 100, but it's bottomed out at 40. But it is reporting 40 instead of 100. So in order to make that, it needs to know what mode we're in. If we're in AM, then we've got to limit the watts. So what we'll do, we'll have to have a look in our we finish that dictionary in a minute. So there's somewhere here the function list. No, not function list, the class, rig state class. So we've got maximum watts, so we need a maximum watts AM really setting. Yeah, so the minimum watts is going to be the same, but the max, so we need to copy that again. It's just so it reports the right thing, you know. We need to know what mode we're in. So TX power maximum, TS watts AM maximum, which is 40 watts by the looks of it. Yeah, 40 watts. Okay, so we've got that there now. So we need to do a bit of a check down here on the scroll. So we need to go back to the cat control where it's reporting, handle the cat where it's reporting the mode we're in, wherever that is. Mode, there is represents, so update the rig mode. So when we update the rig mode, it's actually going, let's have a look. Right, it's selecting that, so it'll actually change the label. So we can use rig mode to track it. So we need to do if rig mode equals AM. The rest doesn't matter, so we could cut corner a little bit. CW, is that got a, that's a point. What does CW use? Let's just see what CW goes up to. There's a lot to this cat control stuff, the way the rig works. That's just jumping around, that is. Right, so if I go on here, I select CW. Right, so on CW, if I go on to RF power and scroll up, what we're going to get? Oh, we can have 100 watts CW. Who would have thought? So it's only the AM we've got to be worried about, really. Well, what about data? That's a point. Right, data. Let's go data. So data. Oh, we can go all the way up to 100 watts on data. RTTY. Let's go on RTTY. So it's 100 watts on. So it's just the AM. I wonder why they restrict the AM. Probably because it interferes with people's radios. Right. So in that case, we just want the AM bit here. Right. Where's AM? There's AM. There. So if we copy that out there, go down to the bottom where we're setting the power here. So every time it goes up one, before it gets the text block, we need to just do a bit of a check here. If rig state rig mode is equal to rig mode AM, then we got to bottom it out. And right, so we need a different algorithm here. Right, so power in watts is the minimum. So the minimum doesn't matter, it's the maximum. So it's the top one. So if that's got to be less than right, so we need to do a bit of a thing here. So we've got to do all this just to cover what we're doing. Just cover an AM, which nobody really uses much. It's weird, isn't it? Oh well, we've got to do it. Oh, I hate it when it does that. Stop putting them in. I don't want it there. Right. So if rig mode equals AM, so then we want to do this one. It's a bit of a copy of the code, but we're going to use power in watts maximum, so we want watts AM maximum minus, yeah, that should do it. If we're in AM, anything else, oh, hang on, don't wreck it now, else do this one. Right, so if it's AM, we do that one, otherwise anything else we do this one, and then we just set it there, so that should stop that happening. Okay, we give it a go. That should stop that happening. I've got duplicate code here. You never want a duplicate code really, but because it's contained in there. Alright, so let's go to AM, and we need to change mode on this, so we're in AM. Click on that, I go on to power, I'll come down, and I shouldn't be able to go past 40, no, I can't. Oh, 90. That's still going. Why is that still going? That's still going because I haven't put the function in here yet. Yeah, so I'm still deltaing here. I'm sending the cat. So what we want is to put that. We'll have to go in here as well. Yeah, so it's just doing that anyway, so okay, so is there another way of doing it? I could wrap it up again and leave it where it is, or duplicate it. Right, so if it's an AM we do this, and if it's not we do that. But right, so the easiest thing is just to reproduce this down here and down here, and get rid of that there, and that's going to report the wrong. Oh, it's just telling you what function we're in, where we are. Right, okay, so now that should be okay. Should be. So we're in AM still, so go on here. I'm on there, I can go up only to, oh, it's still going. It's bottoming out at 40, but I'm still going. Why is that? Something wrong with my code. Right. Am I using it twice? So if the mouse go up and the rig state watts is less than, oh right, power watts, oh, if it's less than the maximum. Did I not change it? I thought I changed all that. Yeah, maximum's 40. I don't quite get that. Oh, maybe it's not the right AM then. Maybe it's not. There's different AM modes on here. Maybe it's not bringing that one up. Where is it? AM's 5, and there's this one as well. Don't know what that is. Right, that's strange. Very strange. Unless rig mode is not that one, but it's reporting it as that one. Right, let's see what happens. Let's put a bit of a stop thing in there, and we'll do a stop. Right, so if it's AM, I don't get it. Power in watts. That's crazy. That's a bit mental. Let's get that off there a minute. So if mouse direction is going up, yeah, and the TX power watts is the variable for the current setting. If it's less than the rig state maximum, I should be able to get that. Why isn't it reporting what it is? Minus the TX power watt step, then it'll let it go up one, but it's still going up. So I don't get it. That doesn't make sense. Right, let's put that in there. See if it's in AM mode. Let's see if it ever gets to that in that function. Stops. Might not. It's got a weird way of reporting AM. So it says AM there. So we go there. Now if I scroll up, and yeah, it's not stopping. That's it showing AM, but it's not. And I'm checking for AM, but it's not hitting AM. It's coming down in this one. So let's have a look at these rig modes. That's number 5. Check the data sheet. So AM, so it's MD for mode, isn't it? Right. MD for mode. Where are you? There. This is so horrible. This is. Right, there's mode. Right, so AM is 5, yeah. So, and there's also AM is D, narrowband AM. That's probably what it is. That's probably what it is then. It's coming out as D. So, I need to do. Hang on. Where's that gone? D. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 12. There it is. That one. So if I've got to do that one as well in the checking. Right, so if it's that or rig mode is equal to rig modes and this horrible one at the bottom, that one, narrowband FM. And do this. Right, let's see if it goes into there now. That's the trouble when you're swapping modes, and depends on which band you're on. It sends a different one. Narrow FM, I don't know. Right, so we're going to go to power and go. It's gone into it now. It's put a pause on it. There you go. There's your answer. So you've got to check for both modes. So I'll switch that off. That's why it wasn't going into the right one. Just to mess you around for your day. Right, so I can only go to 40 now. Look, yeah, that's it. I'm scrolling. Maximum 40. Right, so I've go to 40. If I change the mode on here, SSB. Now I can carry on going up to 100. There you go. That's sorted. So we've managed to do that. We've done it. We've put the power. I can set the power now. Now it won't remember the power because when we close it, we're not saving anything. We need to set up a file to save it. Either a file or an XML file or a SQLite database or something to set all the rig state and memories and everything. So RF power's done. Is there something else? We don't have a level as such. We have a mic gain. It's just levels and contrasts and dimmers. So you could set the dimmer, you could set the display to go, but that's more gimmicky at the minute. So radio setting, yeah, so I don't know what else we'd set from that actually. Yeah, we've got to animate them, do them. So this one's able to move around. If we do the cog, we can scroll it around like that, or we can click. Okay, so I don't know where to go with it now. How long have we been going? Nearly 2 hours. So that's probably going to call it a day, isn't it? If it's nearly 10 o'clock soon, so we've done what we wanted to do. So the Morse code, let's just try that again, or have I closed that down? Oh no, I've still got it. Right, let's try some Morse code again. So we'll go on here. Oh, we can't go on there. I haven't actually included it in there. Oh, I've stopped it working anyway, haven't I? Never mind. Oops, let's get rid of that. Right, anyway, I think that's going to be it. We'll have a short one. I need to go and do something else for a bit. So we've got the RF power working. We've done a bit of Morse code decoding on and off. Work in progress, but we'll build it in. We'll put some buttons and stuff another day, but I think that'll do it for now. I've had enough. I've had enough. I'm going to have a break. So anyway, thanks for watching, and if you don't want to listen to the outro, I'd go now if I was you. 73, and catch you tomorrow. It's got to be one tomorrow, probably, maybe. Or should I go out? Catch you tomorrow. Have a good one. Bye bye.
Just find the right place in the program, make the appropriate change, and we'll run the whole thing again.
Speech is still very complicated. Music is simpler.
Is that a question?
Yes.
The question is futile.
My interpretation of the data leaves little room for error. The art of leadership is delegation.
That information is not available. This constitutes all available data.
You know what they say. No good deed goes unpunished.